Wonderful. Right. So thank you so much for coming to this class today, Namaste. Today, we're going to work a lot with the spine, lower part of the spine, so like the lumbar spine. We're going to be entering in a lot of flexions and extensions of the back. So there will be a lot of sort of chest openings and then folding forwards. If for whatever reason you have lower back pain, I encourage you to not go very far into especially the opening of the chest, just because it puts much more stress on the vertebra on the lower back. So if you think, okay, that's well too much for me, please come out of the pose a little bit. I can't really see you guys who are online now, but if you're doing the class afterwards, as well take care of yourself, because some of the back bends can be a bit, I wouldn't say advanced, because this is not an advanced class, but like maybe too much for you. So stop, think, and then maybe act accordingly to what your body is saying. Right, so we're going to close the eyes and we're going to find a comfortable position and sit with your back super straight. Bring awareness to your physical body. And of course, what does that mean? Of course, your body is your physical body, but in yoga, we also believe that we have an energetic body. Also, you can reflect on how you're feeling today, the levels of energy. Whether you have any tension anywhere, concentrated maybe in some areas in the body, whether it's the shoulders or maybe the back, somewhere else. And just simply acknowledging where those areas of tension are and simply breathing onto them, breathing deeply onto them. Bringing the awareness now to the breath, in and out through the nose. Just noticing how you're breathing today without trying to change it, just simply noticing. Take a deep inhale and open your eyes. We're gonna reach up, and as we exhale, we move forwards. And you can maybe go like this, brushing the floor, if the floor is not too dirty. Or you can just simply go like this, like if you were swimming. Inhale back up, exhale folding forwards, opening the arms to the sides. Inhale up, exhale, open the arms to the sides. One more time, inhale. And like if you're cleaning the floor, I'm definitely cleaning mine. And then come back. Bring the hands behind. Open the chest. My cleaners didn't come this last week, so and I've been having some work done in the house, so there's probably a little bit of dust everywhere. And then come back. Move forwards, bend the elbows. And as you're here, move the feet back and come to an all-four position. We're gonna sit back onto our child's pose or balasana. Sit on our heels, move the hands forwards, release the head. Breathe here, bringing the awareness to your shoulders. See what your shoulders think of this pose, whether you're having any sort of tension accumulated. And from here, we're gonna bring the elbows to the floor and bring the hips on top of the knees. Take a moment and do a little bit of a cat-cow like we normally do when we're in all fours. So on the inhale, we lift, And on the exhale, you round and look towards the navel. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, rounding. Keep going. Feeling rounds. And then come back into a sort of neutral spine. We're gonna bring the chest towards the floor, like you want to brush your chest around along the mat. And then from here into X-Sphinx pose. So bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders. And from here, you could just be kind of relaxing in this pose, but try to get your legs to be active. So like if you want to hold something between the legs. And also now energetically more than anything, because you're actually not physically moving your elbows back. Try to bring your elbows back and your chest to lift forwards or move forwards. See whether that makes any difference on your lower back. Relax the shoulders and stay away from the ears. That's really important as well. Enjoying your X-Sphinx pose. And from here, release onto the floor. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. And come up into Tiger Dog. So your knees are bent. Do a little walking from side to side. Keeping the knees bent. Maybe lift one leg, then the other. Move the head from side to side. Move the hips from side to side. Bring the knees back down. Keeping the hips on top of the knees. Stretch the arms forwards for puppy pose. Bringing the chest and the head towards the floor. Breathe here. Plant the hands onto the floor again. Press onto the hands. Lift back up into Tiger Dog. Move forwards into plank pose. And then move back into Tiger Dog, bending the knees. Inhale forwards into plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back. Twice more, inhaling plank. You remember that you can do this with your knees bent as well. If like that's kind of crazy, you can just simply move forwards, move back. And next time you come forwards into plank, with the knees down, or if you have them down, simply release down. Okay, from here, bring the elbows to the floor, and I want you to move the hips from side to side, like you want to look at your feet. Massaging the lower back while we warm up. And then come back into X-Sphinx pose. Remember those actions about having the legs active and the elbows moving towards the knees, chest moving forwards. Maybe you stay here. Maybe we can go into the next level. Seal pose by bringing the hands to the floor. Present them to the fingers. Lift. Remember that if that's too much for your lower back, you can either bend the elbows to the sides, or perhaps just carry on being on X-Sphinx pose with your legs active, and those actions about bringing your elbows back and your chest forwards. And then exhale, release. Going back to child's pose, sitting back onto the heels. And then move forwards, bend the elbows, come back, like if you want to kiss the floor, into Cobra. Elbows in, shoulders down, and then exhale, release. We're going to go into some sort of versions of Shalavasana. Sorry. Bend the right leg and then bring the hand to the foot. From here, maybe try to lift a little bit the thigh off the floor. And then exhale, release. Other side. Lift, maybe a little bit. I don't want you to lift very high, just a little bit. Press the hand onto the foot onto the hand. Exhale, release. Come down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, release. Now, move the left hand forwards and keep it off the floor. Try not to rest the hand onto the floor. And then lift the opposite leg up. So the right leg up. And then exhale, release. And then other side. Right hand forwards. Left leg up. And release. Legs up. Hands forwards. Like if you were swimming or flying or something. Exhale, release. Take a moment. Make a pillow with your hand. Move the hips from side to side. Perfect. Bend both knees. Grab hold of the feet. Keep your knees together to start with. Again, like you are trying to hold something between your legs so that the legs are active. Start by pressing the feet onto the hands and the hand back onto the feet. Move your shoulders back. Lift the thighs off the floor, chest off the mat. Smile, it's possible, maybe. I'm looking at the rain coming down very heavily through my window. Proper autumn day. Exhale, release. Make another pillow, move your hips. Hips from side to side. Hands underneath the shoulder. Tuck the toes under. Come up into down dog. We're gonna inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, bend the knee and place it forwards like if you were gonna go into pigeon pose. Bring the other leg forwards as well and sit back. Or if not, just try to sit in a way that you can stretch your legs forwards afterwards. Sitting really tall in Dandasana. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as we exhale, we fall forwards. And you might need to bend the knees a little bit in order to create some length throughout the spine. If you do so, that's absolutely fine. Just keep on working on stretching my legs, maybe a millimeter each time that you exhale. And then inhale, come back, cross the legs, move forwards, plant the hands down, step back into down dog. And breathe in. 5 deep breaths. Bring the awareness to your lower back. And then really slowly walk the feet forwards towards the hands, bend the knees, press into the feet, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Wonderful. We're just gonna do some falling forwards to this pose called Uttanasana. Bringing the feet underneath the hips. Inhale, big rainbow with the arms. And as we exhale, bring the arms to the sides and fall forwards with the straight. Inhale, press into the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, moving forwards. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last time, this time inhale, come all the way up. Do a little bit of an extension of the back. Moving the hips forwards. Find some length there. And then really slowly bring the hands to the hips. And slowly start moving forwards again. Hands to the floor. Raise the head. I want you to move the head from side to side. Now slightly weird pose. Stick your hands underneath the feet so that your toes touch your wrist. And then the other one. And from here, I want you to lean forwards a little bit. And then release the head. Wow. And that was the push mat. I'm sorry about that. Keep breathing here. Release the feet from underneath the hands. Bring the hands to the hips. Bring the shoulders back, the elbows back, and then come all the way up. And then release. And if you're not there already, come to the front of the mat. Prepare for a sun salutation. Inhale with the arms up. As you exhale, fall forwards and down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right foot, bring the knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Enter into a little bit of heart open. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank, lower down to the floor. Inhale, chest forwards into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Lifting the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Bring the foot forwards. Bend the knees. Release the head. Inhale, halfway lengthening. Exhale, fall again. And then come all the way up on the inhale. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Wonderful. We're going to do another one of these, but we're going to enter into a pose called monkey twist. And although I didn't say it today, but we're moving towards a pose called camel pose, which is a massive heart opening. But we'll enter into it carefully. So inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lengthening. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Bend the knee and place it down. Open the left foot to the side. And from here, I want you to place the left hand onto the left thigh. And then open the chest towards the ceiling. Option number 1, to stay here and just simply breathe and rotate. Option number 2, to bring the right elbow down to the floor and bend the right knee. Catch the foot. Massage heart opening here. Keep breathing. Exhale, release from wherever you are. Step back into plank pose. Lower down knees, chest and chin onto the floor. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Place the left hand down. right hand to the right thigh, walk that foot towards the edge of the mat. Option to stay here and just simply rotate and you may lift the arm up. Option number 2 of bringing that elbow down, bending the knee, catch the foot, open the chest. This beautiful extension of the back called monkey twist. And then exhale, release. Step back into down dog. And breathe in. We're going to bring the knees down. Walk the hands back. And on the next inhale, lift the chest, lift the sit bones off the heels. Goodness, it's control dog. And exhale, release. Walk the hands forwards, press onto the hands, and then go into down dog. And at least 5 deep breaths in there. I'm going to have to turn the light on because I honestly can't see anything. Keep breathing here. And the next thing I want you to do is like imagine that you're doing cat-cow. I want you to round to the back and come forwards. And I want you to step or move back to down dog and arch through the back like if you were in cat-cow. Again, moving forwards, grounding. Exhale, arching through the back, move back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. And now, we're going to do this with a little bit more movement called Shakti waves. So inhale, move forwards and exhale, bend the knees, move back. Inhale, moving forwards, exhale, move back. Like a wave, moving backwards and forwards. And then maybe the other direction. So imagine that you're doing it one direction and then the other direction. Like you're moving in circles. And then whenever you're ready and you've had enough, come back to the down dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And then walk the feet forwards. Inhale halfway, lengthening. Take a moment there. See if your back is super straight here. And then exhale, release down. And then knees if you need to. Press onto the feet. Inhale, come all the way back up. Stretch. Exhale, release. Take a step back with the right foot. Plant the back foot down. Bend the front knee. Open the arms to the sides. Warrior 2. Wonderful. We're going to go into humble warrior. Bringing the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Open the chest first, shoulders back. Create some length on the sides of the body. As we exhale, we're moving towards the front foot. We're lifting the arms over the head. And from here, staying where you are with your arms, we're going to start opening the chest towards the ceiling. Back to your humble warrior. Oops. Inhale, press into the front foot and come up. Extend the arms to the sides. Warrior 2. From here, a beautiful reversing of the warrior. Keep your chest open and almost like you're moving your chest towards the ceiling. Keep breathing here. And then come back. Warrior 2. Come onto the toes from the back foot. Inhale, lift the hands up. Hands down. Step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Chest forwards. And exhale, down dog. Take a moment there. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Plant the back foot down, come up into warrior two. Keep breathing here. We're going to do the same sort of sequence on the side. Bringing the hands behind, the back interlace the fingers. Bring the shoulders back and stretch the arms behind you. Create some space on the sides of the body. And then whenever you're ready, start moving forwards into your humble warrior. And breathe here. From here, a little bit of a chest opening by rotating the chest towards the ceiling. Look towards the ceiling, bring that left shoulder back. Loads. Come back into warrior two. Reverse your beautiful warrior. And then exhale. Hands down. Step back into plank. Lower into chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. And inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Stay there in your either cobra or upward facing dog. If you're in the upward facing dog, the only thing that is on the floor is the top of your feet. So everything else lifts. The chest moves forwards, again, like what we were doing in Sphinx. The hands move back and the chest moves forwards. Shoulders are away from the ears. Bring the knees down. Come back into Balasana. Child's pose. And although we're doing a lot of extensions and flexions, we're trying to take it easy and finding a place of stillness in between the poses so that we can observe our body, physical and energetically, and our breath as well. Walk the hands back towards your feet. Inhale, lift the sit bones off the floor. Open a little bit. And then exhale, release. Walk the hands forwards, come back to down dog. We're gonna go and transition into a pose called wild thing. So whenever you're ready, lift the right leg back and up. Maybe all you do today is just bending the knee and looking underneath the right armpit. Or maybe you can start extending that foot, top foot, onto the floor behind you. And then opening into this pose called wild thing. Really slowly coming back to your down dog, three-legged dog. Stretch the leg towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Take a moment here before you go on to the other side. Rearrange your dog. And inhale, lift the left leg back and up, and the knee. Maybe all you do is just the opening of the chest towards the left side, or maybe you drop the foot down, and then go on to this extension onto the other side. And then slowly coming back release. I want you to lift the right leg back again. Bring the knee forward, drop it down. Bring the other knee forward, drop it down. Sit, stretch the legs, shake, shake, shake. Inhale, lift. Exhale, moving forwards and down. Into Paschimottanasana. Folding forwards, maybe you need to bend the knees. See what's happening there. And then come up. Bend the knees. Bend the knees a little bit more. Into Navasana, or both pose. Arms parallel with the floor. Or perhaps lifting the legs up. Or perhaps even grabbing hold of the feet. It's up to you. You've got quite a few options there for your boat pose. Keep breathing, using your abdominal muscles. Try to keep your chest open, your back straight, thighs relaxed. Bend the feet, or the feet, no, the legs. Don't bend the feet. And then bring yourself forwards, hands down. Step back into down dog. Okay, inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands and move the hands to the middle. For Prasarita Parattanasana, feet are in line with each other and parallel with the edges of the mat. Inhale, come onto the fingertips and exhale, fall forwards. And I want you to move really slowly, like if you were a wave. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhale, falling forwards and down. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Next time you come forwards, place the right hand underneath the face, or under the face. And inhale, take a massive rainbow arch with the left arm, lifting the arm towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. So hands. Inhale. Twist over to the other side. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to the hips. Pressing onto the feet, come all the way up. And maybe walking the feet in, or maybe taking a big jump. I'm jumping the legs together. Okay, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fall forwards and down. Inhale, halfway this time, bend the knees. Come into chair pose. Really slowly, moving down, 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 down. To a place where you can sit. Move the feet towards one side and come to a kneeling pose. Right, so we're gonna try camel pose. Do you have a block? Maybe this is a good time to use it. If not to worry at all. So we've been warming a lot the spine. We're gonna do one more pose before entering into camel. And it's rabbit pose or, yeah, rabbit pose. So like if you wanna bring the crown of the head onto the floor, leaning forwards. I'm in the head and hands back. So it's a sort of a version of Balasana, really. Maybe you're falling into yourself, like if you were in embryo or embryo pose. And then come back. And come onto your knees or kneeling. We're going to take first side, second side, both sides. So tuck the toes under. Without leaning back, this is a very common mistake on this pose. Loads of people you see on Instagram, they're like, oh yeah, leaning back. No. Keep your hips underneath your knees and like almost like you want to move the hips forwards, okay? So from that action of moving the hips forwards, start bringing the right hand to the heel or to the block. It doesn't matter where you are, just finding a place where to rest your hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Then maybe you can start looking towards the ceiling and entering into a sort of opening of the chest or extension of the back. Keep breathing here. And then come back. Again, in exactly the same way, move the hips forwards. Bring the left hand down. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And then come back. Both hands to the heels or both hands to the blocks. And if you're a super flexible person and you know what you're doing, you can untuck the toes as well. There's quite a few options there. And then bringing both hands to the heels. Hips move forwards. Try not to throw your head back that much. It's not really good for your neck. And breathe here. At least 3 full breaths. Keep moving your hips forwards. And then slowly coming back out of it. And we're going to have to sit in Balasana for a little bit, child's pose. So sit back on your heels, standing down towards. Very nice. Let your spine rest a little bit. Maybe you can move from side to side. I find this super releasing of my lower back if I move from side to side. If you were in the class with me, I would just place a hand onto your lower back and just kind of give you a little bit of a press massage. Probably not allowed nowadays. And then coming onto the elbows. I want you to come into elbow plank. If elbow plank is totally crazy, you can bring the knee down. One more breath. Walk the feet towards your heels for dolphin pose. Of course, here you can lift one leg up, if you wish, or the other one, or both. And then walking the feet back towards the end of the mat. Come down. Just like we started, we're coming into Sphinx pose. Remember the actions here, like your legs are active. Your elbows move back and your chest moves forwards. Bring the awareness to the lower back, see if anything has changed. And then slowly release down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, come back into down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, bring the knee forwards, bring the other knee forwards. Sit back, coming to both pose straight away. Bring the legs to the sides. And with your legs wide open, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fall forwards. Breathe here. until we go to one of our final extensions of the back. And then we come back. We go into half bridge pose, also called Setubandha Sarvangasana. If you're interested, it sounds good. You know. Head down, feet on floor. Take a moment here. We need to bring the awareness to the legs again, like if they're moving towards the center, like you're holding something between the legs and the elbows. Present to the elbows, loads, like you want to lift your chest. And now using your feet and your elbows, lift the hips off the floor. Release the hands, interlace the fingers, walk one shoulder towards each other. Option to stay here. Option to release the hands. Bring the hands behind your sacrum, like you're supporting your pelvis bone. And again, option to stay here, or option maybe to lift one leg up. And then the other one. Wherever you are, keep opening the chest. And then release down to the floor. And bring the knees onto your chest. Give them a really good hug, squeezing them towards the chest. We're coming back onto the cosmic egg or embryo pose. Using the head, coming a ball and rolling from side to side. Massaging the lower back. Release the head. Let the legs drop to the right. Open the arms wide or in cactus if you don't have space. Maybe twist the head towards the left side, or maybe not. Maybe keep looking towards the ceiling, depending on your neck. Bring awareness back to the lower back. See how it feels. As we've been working a lot towards a flexible and strong back. And then bring the feet back to center and drop them over to the other side by walking the hips slightly to the right. Again, the head can go over to the other side. Make sure that your shoulder blades are on the floor. Move the knees back to center. Do a little bit of windscreen wipers, cleaners, something. I can never remember what this is called, because for some reason it doesn't make any sense, the translation from English into Spanish. So whatever it's called, it is called. And then bring the knees into the chest and hands into the feet for happy baby, which is a sort of a folding forwards position as well. When you finish massaging your lower back, come into Savasana for final relaxation. And you can take a massive inhale and just sigh through the mouth. And you can do this twice. Inhale. And last time, inhale. And just simply coming to stillness for the next 3 minutes of your life. They say that we're as old as our spine is. My granny must be ancient because she's got, I think, 85% scoliosis, apart from being 92 years of age. I've always been very keen on moving my spine, being quite aware that I could have scoliosis myself, and I have a little degree of it. to imagine your spine being held by all these nerve endings, but being a healthy and a happy spine. So that transfers into you as a person, being a healthy and happy person. Just by looking after your body, looking after yourself loads. And in this day of age where we spend most of the time hunching over the computer or sitting in a comfortable position in the sofa or driving, how important it is for us to mobilize the spine. So I want you to really think of your spine with gratitude for carrying you straight in all these years of your life. And I will be in silence for the next minute so you can honor your spine with gratitude and love. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Start using some movement, but also stretching the arms over the head. Big stretch. All the way from your feet to your fingers and fingertips. Roll onto the right side of your body. And come to a seated position whenever you feel ready for it. Bring the hands to the heart center to close this session today. Thank you so much for being here. People online today, and also if you're watching later on. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the class and your back is still okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.